Hello and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This is your daily reading for June the 29th, 2022, and we're still very much dealing with the new moon in Cancer energy that's occurring at this moment. And the image I got was you walking down a path and you thought you were walking down this relatively known straight path, but suddenly it diverges into a Y bend and it's like, I think I'm going to go a different way. I think I'm going to go to take the left. For whatever reason, I see you taking the left-hand path, but, you know, you can read what you want into that. And then the side that you were going down, the right side, kind of fades into like darkness. So it's almost like you're leaving something behind, or that no longer really resonates, or it just feels like, why was I ever doing that in the first place? So I feel like this is not something that you necessarily are planning. You're just feeling your way through it, walking along, and then discovering that there's perhaps a different way to be going about something, or a different path to go down. We've got the 10 of Swords, which is, you might be going, no, I don't want to be doing that anymore. It can be a rebellious energy with the 10 of Swords. And we can see that the darkness is lifting and there's a new dawn with the 10 of Swords energy coming through. So this is where you kind of put an end to something and you're celebrating, going, I don't want to go down that path. It just feels like, you know, when something, how do I explain it? It's like when you're watching a video or a film and it fades to black. It's a fade to black is kind of what it is. So it's like, oh, okay, that's over, that's ended, it's faded. The Eight of Pentacles, okay, this could be to do with your work, but also something you've been working on as well. So it feels like you've already spent a bit of time with this. You're getting very much a clear new direction with the Queen of Swords. And the Moon energy, it's like trust your intuition with that, which is interesting. Trust your intuition. And we've got the King of Wands, which is once you kind of really work out what this is where you're taking action. You're being the King of Wands energy, which is having the courage to kind of follow that feeling that feels the courage of your conviction, you know, the feeling, the passion. It can be stepping into your own leadership. It can be very creative energy, the King of Wands. I feel like it's sort of like you've maybe got a new, the fire energy is about motivation, drive, direction that you're heading in. So goals that you might be setting. And so I feel like you're saying no to something and having a big celebration, like, no, I don't want to do that anymore for whatever reason. And so, you're getting down to work to the new thing. It's interesting because, this moon energy is, the Queen of Swords is very clear, but the moon energy can sometimes be unclear because it's sort of like you're heading down a new path that you're not sure where that's going to head and go to, but you're just very clear that this is the right path for you. There doesn't seem to be any fear about going down it, but it just feels like, okay, this is the right thing to do. So interesting. I think right in the center with the Eight of Pentacles, this does represent your work or something you've worked on or been working on for a while. And a new path opens for what this is, which is really interesting. But it is, it's interesting because, something to do with the light and the darkness, what's been illuminated to you now, and now what is kind of fading into the background and no longer seems like it's like that's just ended and that's over. You've got the two luminaries because we can see there's a new dawn here with the 10 of Swords, but we've also got the moon, which lights up the unknown. In a way, it lights up the darkness, and we can see that it is a little bit of just going down that path, knowing that it feels right, but you can't necessarily see exactly where that's going. So that's why you're the King of Wands, having the courage to step into this new direction, even though you don't know everything about it. It's just a feeling. So that is June the 29th, and it's kind of interesting, I guess. I mean, we've got a new moon, which is, we've got the moon card here, and the moon does rule Cancer. So the new moon is in Cancer. It is, because it's a new moon, it's a dark moon, which is why we've got that sense of not necessarily seeing what this is, but just feeling your way through to it. Like the new moons are always where something new gets activated, and because there's a new start to a cycle with Cancer, it's all about how you're feeling about something, around your intuition or feeling about someone. So it's like very receptive energy in that regard. So yeah, for some of you, yeah, this moon card does just represent the new moon energy. But sometimes when it's stepping into the dark moon, it's like things get activated that you can't necessarily, sometimes you don't know what they are for a start. I do feel like with the Queen of Swords here, you're going to get a real sense of your head saying yes to something, even though you can't necessarily see it. But yeah, it's very much about stepping into the unknown is an important thing, and trust is an important thing here with this as well. So trust your intuition, trust your feelings, and then taking action on that. So that's it. It's an interesting new moon, and I feel like I said, with that Ten of Swords, it may be quite literally you just saying no to something, and it could be rebelling against something that felt really restricted to you. But yeah, it feels like a positive new direction. So that's it. Thanks so much for joining me, and look forward to seeing you tomorrow.